Last week, I shared that despite all the many things that can go wrong when RVing, there are moments like these that make it totally worth it. This week, I'm going to show you how I use my FG Cruiser to tow and empty my sewer tank when I don't have sewer connections. I don't keep my RV valve stems on when traveling because I lost one of them that way when I just started RVing. So it's the first thing that I make sure I reconnect, and then all the usual hose attachments that you would use when emptying at a dump station. The next thing I do is I remove my portable sewer tank from the back of the RV, which you'll notice there's a rack there for it, and that's held on with bungee cords. Then I empty my sewer tank into my portable sewer tank. Always make sure that you get all the gunk out of the hose or you're in for a messy situation. Leave the top open because it'll need the air to properly aerate and clear out. Once I have that done, then the next job is trying to figure out how to move the sewer tank. I don't always empty it on the same day. So in this instance, the following morning after running some errands in town, I backed up the FJ and hauled the sewer tank over to the truck. I then hitched the handle over the ball mount, and then I used bungee cords as basically my safety chains or my breakaway chains, even though there's no way it's coming off of that unless I hit a really big bump, just because of the way the handle is shaped and how tightly it fits over the ball mount. I do a tug test like you would do when towing a travel trailer or a fifth wheel or gooseneck. When I pull this, just to make sure that it's still attached when I move off. The last thing you want is to spill your sewer water all over the place, although granted, this is from my gray water tank. People first requested this video after I posted this photo to social media. I don't have any more footage of me towing it from that day, so here is a clip of me doing it at a different campground. Some people are probably wondering, why didn't I just move the RV and empty it? What is the point of a tote? Well, if you've seen my videos showing what it's like to break camp and set up camp, you know it's a lot of work, and most people just don't want to, or in my case have the time because I work on the road, to really move the RV just to bring it half a mile or a mile down the road to empty the tank. So this works so much better. Every portable RV tank is different, but you should have a cover to remove near the top. When you take this off, it aerates the tank so that when you pull the valve, the contents empty more easily, just like it does when you're emptying your regular RV tanks. One thing I haven't touched on yet, which I really should, is the actual towing process with the sewer tank attached. So as you can see, the wheels are not that sturdy. I do plan to change them, but until then, and maybe even at that point, I only tow at 5 miles per hour on dirt roads and 10 miles per hour on paved roads. Anything more than that, and I don't think the wheels could handle the journey. Once I get back to camp, the first thing I do is I try to clean up the tank as best as possible. It is a sewer tank after all, but I do have to touch it. It does touch my RV, and I guess maybe I am kind of a germaphobe, but I do like to keep my things nice and squeaky clean. You might also notice this is a different day for the simple reason that I'm wearing different clothes, and that's because I usually don't put the sewer tank back on the RV rack until the day that I'm actually leaving camp. So as I said before, the rack on the back of my trailer is specifically made for this purpose, and it fits the tote I chose perfectly. However, I still use my bungee cords because I just think it would be irresponsible not to. There are holes on the rack that are very clearly for ensuring that you secure it on there. So I make sure that I do there with a very complex and intricate pattern of bungee cords. So far so good. It's never come off there, and it's come with me all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada to where I am now in northern Wyoming. Well, that's basically it for how I attach, tow, and empty my portable sewer tank. When I first did this, I didn't really think it was such a big deal, but my neighbors definitely had a lot of varying reactions, from thumbs up to drop jaws to just confused stares and laughter. So I guess maybe a lot of people don't empty their tanks this way. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. Next week, I'll do a similar styled video showing you how I use my FJ Cruiser as part of my laundry process and some of the cute critters that drop by. See you next Friday. Bye!